All right, Shalom, this is your brother Yawanathon. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say Shalom to all the brothers, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Today, we're going to talk about what modern day idol worship looks like and how a majority of people take part in it. Hey, a big portion of us, before we had the understanding, took part in the same vibration. So I'm going to run a clip for you guys and we'll start from there, okay? Give me 1 second here. All right, let's get this nice and centered.
With these religious fanatics, they were crazy. Well, you would think they were crazy if you didn't understand their culture and their religion. See, that's just the thing. They were worshipers of idols, and they took things to extremes. They painted their bodies. They wore these ridiculous costumes. They chanted, they danced, they made sacrifices to their idols. They had built these enormous temples to worship their idols in. It seemed like their entire existence climaxed into this one scenario, this one over-the-top act of worship. You don't really relate, do you? Let's try it again. I was watching TV the other day, and this show comes on with these religious fanatics. They were crazy. See, that's just the thing. They were worshipers of idols, and they took things to extremes. They painted their bodies. They wore these ridiculous costumes. They chanted, they danced, they made sacrifices to their idols. They had built these enormous temples to worship their idols in. It seemed like their entire existence climaxed into this one scenario, this one over-the-top act of worship. Idol worship. It's not just about golden calves anymore. With these
All right. So I felt like that was a great visual aid to illustrate to someone who's coming into our walk, like, hey man, people take part in idol worship every day. And they use sports. We all watch sports. But anything that you show more reverence to than Yahweh Shem Yahushai, it's crossed the threshold of idol worship. Anything that you look to for security more so than Yahweh Shem Yahushai, it's crossed the threshold of idol worship. Okay? Anything that you're giving more of yourself to than Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, it's crossing that threshold of idol worship. Let's look up the word worship. We're going to look up what bowing down to something symbolizes. And we're going to look up the word religious. Okay? We're going to look up those 3 words, and then we're going to let the precepts flow from there. All right? All right, so I got the word religious here. It says devout, pious, imbued, or expressive or religious devotion, used of the Christians, Jews, and pagans. Okay, let's go down, because I remember a definition being in here that was like, boom, that's it. Scrolling down here, it says persons bound by a vow to a religious order. Okay? And I know the scriptures say that our people have made a covenant with death. It says persons bound by a vow to a religious order, devout. Let me see this. I'm gonna look up this word vow too. See what I get. A solemn promise. Like you're giving yourself over to this energy. You made a promise. You made a covenant with another way. Okay? When Kamala was on her campaign, I forgot which city it was. It might have been when she was doing her rallies. They had it to where they had an abortion station where they were doing live abortions on site. So they were doing sacrifices to Baal at her rallies. Sacrifices? What you mean? That's what people were doing. They were sacrificing their children to Baal in the ancient world. Abortion is a modern day form of that. That's all it is. Whether somebody knows that or not, that's what you're partaking in. A big portion of our people, they're down with that. They're gung-ho about it. They were hurt when this woman didn't win, because that's what they felt, oh, we ain't gonna be able to do this if she's not in, you know, in the office. But both sides, they both do what they're told to do. It's just a show for the people. You all know that. All right? But let's go get that precept where it says that our people have made a covenant with death. They're really invested in the things of this world. Let's get it. Okay, this is we'll start at verse 15, Isaiah 28, and I'll start at 14 actually. Wherefore hear the word of the Lord, ye scornful men that rule this people which is in Jerusalem. And Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. And right now you have people who are propped up in front of your face of your own nation that you could look at as leaders. The majority of them are women that are put up in your face. All right, the scriptures say that, behold, I shall do a new thing, a woman shall compass a man. And even the men that are looked at as leaders within our community, none of them base their judgment off of the understanding of the Lord. None of them are guided by spiritual foundation, so they can be swayed to push any kind of wickedness on you. All right, they're tools for our enemy. Verse 15, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death. So they've received gifts. They've been given status in this world. All right, talking about your celebrities, your politicians, your figures of power or whatever among our people. Because Esau is giving them these dainties, these goods, their heart is destroyed, the la'ab, the mind. So they're willing to do anything that they get paid to do. They're willing to do anything that these people that allow them to have the lifestyles that they have, they'll do it. Okay? Because you have said we have made a covenant with death, and we know that Esau, when you go to Habakkuk 2, I'll come back here. Let me just read this really quick for you. You go to Habakkuk 2, it talks about him, okay, that wherever he goes, the conditions of hell and death follow this man. He embodies that, okay? Habakkuk 2:4 says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. The righteous are going to live by what? The standard that the Lord has given. Verse 5, yet also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. The wine here isn't a literal wine that you drink. It's talking about the philosophies or the way of a man. Okay? Yet also because he transgresseth by wine, Esau has pushed a different vibration than the Lord out in the earth, and people have subscribed to it. So he's transgressed the law, what the Lord has set up as right and wrong. Yet also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, just like a greedy person, nothing is ever enough, and is as death. It says he enlargeth his desire as hell. He wants everybody to partake in his bullshit. And is as death. The conditions of hell and death, hell and heaven are living conditions. They follow this man. Wherever he's present, those conditions are present. All right? And cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So the conditions of death follow this man, and our people have made a covenant with death. All right? And I would even link that, like I just did, to Esau. Because there's a man that those conditions follow him, like the scriptures say. The scriptures also call him the border of wickedness. So they've made covenants with this man and his society and his way. Thus, they're used as vessels to poison their own people. Okay? And lead more people into what? Idol worship. Standing against the Lord. Some knowingly, some unknowingly. All right, verse 15 again, Isaiah 28:15. Because you have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement with this condition, with this living condition. You're at agreement. You love it here. You love Babylon the Great. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. Well, we're not worried about, all the stuff that's going on. It's not going to touch us. It's not going to affect us. This society and these things that we've accumulated, this lifestyle, you know, it's insulated us from destruction. We're good. When they don't understand, because they don't fear the Lord, that nobody can deliver themselves out of the Lord's hand. The Lord desires to strike this place down. So there's no insulation from the destruction that's coming, because the Lord is sending it. Okay? When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, and shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. Therefore saith the Lord God, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. All right? Yahweh Shai. We have this gospel. We have the actual proper way. That's gonna, and if we subscribe to it and we walk in it, like it says in Zephaniah 2 and 3, we're gonna be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. All right? Verse 17. Judgment also will I lay to the line, and the righteousness to the plummet. And the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the water shall overflow the hiding place. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled. It's not gonna mean a damn thing. It's gonna be worthless. You're gonna realize, like, damn, I chose the wrong path. And your agreement with hell shall not stand, when the overflowing scourge shall pass through, and ye shall be trodden down by it. Boom. Modern day idol worship, man. What are you giving your time to? What do people look at for safety and refuge? 4 years ago, this is going on 5. Maybe almost about 5 years ago, you had what? People began to worship that syringe with the hokey pokey juice for safety. A lot of these Edomites, they're looking at Trump as an idol. They think that their life will be secure again if this man is up there in that position, not realizing, again, it's just a show. People make things their refuge every day, but they don't trust and fear in the Lord. They don't hang their hat on him. So much idol worship is going down. It's not statues that people, they got in their closet and they light candles to it. Some people do that too, but it's not that anymore. It's something else. Many people, they trust in technology. That's what Esau's trying to make his technology a god, so that people will bow down to it and worship it. You know, you got Neuralink and all these different companies and programs who are coming with this technology to where they could hook a person up with a machine. They could rewire some people's neurons in their brain, so where a paraplegic person could walk again, and all these things. They want to be able to do their own false miracles. Okay, well, they are miracles, but they're not of the highest fashion, and they don't lead unto immortality. They want to push that out there so people will worship that and indirectly worship him and see him as God, see him as the Most High. Okay, so that's what's going on in the earth today. There was 2 other things I wanted to look up. It slips online, but again, I hope the lesson was edifying, that you got something from it. Just something real quick before I get going here. So I want to give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah HaKodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say Shalom to all the brothers, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.